Continuing with football, a lot of talk has been in the news dealing with free agency. Free agency starts around mid-March. That's when the franchise tag is allowed to occur for all the teams. We are expecting that some players will get franchise tag. A lot of quarterbacks are the really big talk this year because this is the year of the quarterback. Tom Brady, after 20 years, can finally be an unrestricted free agent. He's looking at different options. Phillip Rivers, he leaves the Chargers. They're saying Tyrod Taylor might come, but also Cam Newton is available. Teddy Bridgewater is available.
Teddy Bridgewater is the best.
There are a lot of quarterbacks. There are a lot of quarterbacks out in the open. Drew Brees said that he is returning to New Orleans.
Yep.
We expect Taysom Hill to return to New Orleans as well because Sean Payton has said this guy will take over. But something has to be said that Teddy Bridgewater was the one that took over in the middle of the season when Drew Brees got hurt. So there's a lot of speculation going on right now around with the quarterbacks this year. But I think Tom Brady is the biggest story. Where do you think he's going to go?
I've read multiple articles. I've seen multiple interviews. I've heard a lot of fake stories saying that he wants to come to the Dolphins or the Dolphins are pursuing him. No chance. Me personally, I think he'll either end up in. I think he'll probably end up with the Chargers to fill Phillip Rivers. I've also heard, and it's believable because it's John Gruden, the Raiders, and I've heard that Derek Carr will hit free agency. Long shot wise, I think that there is a low but possibility that he goes to the Titans as a dark horse. I don't think so. I think it's either the Chargers or the Raiders.
I don't want to see him leave the Patriots. I know it is a possibility, but at this point in his career, he's played so long for the Patriots. Even if he goes to another team, in 30 years, even if he goes to the Chargers, we're not going to think about him as a Chargers player. Even if he wins a Super Bowl, we'll still think of him as a Patriots player. Same thing when Michael Jordan played for the Wizards. He's still not a Wizards player. He's a Chicago Bulls player. That being said, it might be interesting to see him on another team, but I find it odd.
Also, because you brought up the Patriots, there is a chance, but there's been, because Antonio Brown and how Belichick and Brady disagreed on the Antonio Brown relationship between him and the Patriots, how they released him. Brady wanted him to stay. Belichick obviously released him. And then also, Brady and his trainer have sold their houses that are in New England.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what that says about him and the Patriots relationship, but it's a
What's
possibility.
wrong right now? His relationship with Belichick has not been as steady as it once was.
I agree with that statement.
I think that it's in every sport. When a player leaves a team, we saw it with Peyton Manning, for example. He was with the Colts many years, had a great career at the Colts, led them to a couple Super Bowls, could never accomplish the win there, but leaves to the Broncos, and now all you see is him in a Broncos jersey. He has a statue in Indianapolis, but now he went to the Broncos, won Super Bowl 50, and then he went out with a bang. Then he retired. There needs to be something said for that. LeBron James, with the Cavaliers, came to the Heat, won 2 titles and 2 MVPs. Something needs to be said for that. You remember players in the team they once played last. Who knows? Maybe Tom Brady with the Patriots for 20 years, then goes to the Titans, for example, and wins a Super Bowl. And then he's like, oh my God, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time because he doesn't need Belichick to win, and then goes.
That won't help that point though, because it's not only about depending on Belichick, but this season, look what happened when he didn't have the tools around him. He was not successful. And he is old, that's part of it, and there are definitely a lot of factors that go into play there.
Mm-hmm.
But even if he goes to another team, I don't think it's going to change his legacy, no matter what.
With the Belichick argument, I'm going to say something really bold here. The Belichick and Brady system is not 50-50. I think Belichick has done a lot more for Brady than he has done for Belichick. I think it's 80-20 in that regard. I wouldn't be surprised if he left, I'll be honest with you. I think he will leave. That's my opinion. I think he will leave.
But I think the years are the problem that he's really looking for. The Raiders have come out and said, man, we're going to offer Tom Brady 2 years, $60 million. The Patriots said, we'll offer him $30 million for a year. I don't think Brady wants to prove, he wants to play. I don't think he cares about the money. Sure, he's taking those pay cuts to try and build that Patriots organization, which he's done very successfully. But this year, the Patriots have many free agents. Kyle Van Noy, their leading tackler on defense, is leaving. Joe Thuney, his best offensive lineman, is leaving. Well, I don't know leaving, but they're free agents. So the big Jason Devin McCourtney, a lot of defensive players, a lot of star players on the Patriots, the ones that led them to be 12-4 last year, even though with the struggling receivers and the struggling offense, they're all free agents. We don't know if
this organization to crumble.
Yeah, the dynasty is just gonna fall eventually. But I think Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady wants to play, and I think that's what he's looking for. That's most important. But you have to look at all the other quarterbacks too. Like Ryan Tannehill had an amazing season. That just proves that the second half of the season. But it just proves that in a specific system you perform better. And with Adam Gase and the Dolphins, he did not, and he left and went to the Mike Vrabel system, who played under Belichick and with Tom Brady, and went to the AFC Championship. And he needs to get paid. Their quarterbacks need to get paid, and I don't think Tom Brady necessarily cares.
You do talk about the contract situation, and I think that we have to thank Drew Brees for that, because he shaped, with his last contract, how as his quarterback get older, like these veteran quarterbacks like Brady, Brees, Rivers for that matter, we can throw them in there, how they know that they're running out of time and like their career is like on the ending part of it. Breeze has restructured how we offer these older quarterbacks contracts with the sense of very short term, like 1 or 2, maybe 3-year deals. You could do max money depending on the quarterback, which I believe Brady will get 1 year, $30 million max out deal. I don't think he cares about the money. I think he just wants to play somewhere where he has a chance.
Plenty of money. He doesn't need more money.
He just wants to probably win another championship and then go out. That's my bet.
Honestly, the best thing I've heard, the best Tom Brady situation I've heard, is that Dak Prescott goes to the Patriots. They do a trade. Brady,
I would love that.
Brady goes to the Cowboys, and he has Ezekiel Elliott and a star running back, the best offensive line in football, a solid defense, a whole new coaching staff with Mike McCarthy, who coached for Aaron Rodgers.
Do you want Tom Brady to be successful?
Yeah.
I don't. I do not want him to be successful.
I want him to go somewhere and lose.
I want him to go somewhere, go unwinning for a season, and he can see
I'm not saying with the current situation going on this offseason, and then the draft class that's coming in, all the quarterbacks that are coming in. There's so much talent to go around. I'm really excited to see where everyone goes. Yeah. I've also heard Derek Carr might go to the Bears. That could leave room for Tom Brady to go to the Raiders. There's just so much stuff going on. Phillip Rivers moved down here to Miami. To Tampa, I think, in Florida. He said, I want to be closer to family. Maybe the Dolphins don't draft a quarterback and they draft someone like an O-line and bring in Phillip Rivers. No matter what happens with the Dolphins, I'm bringing up the Dolphins for a second. I think that no matter what happens, Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be the quarterback this season. They're going to do what they did with the Chiefs when Mahomes was a rookie. They sat him the whole year, played Alex Smith. They moved him to Washington, and Patrick Mahomes became a superstar. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a quarterback like Justin Herbert or Tua, because Tua clearly has injuries with his hip and stuff, and he's going to sit him anyways. But and I'm not saying he might not start if healthy, but I think the best option and what the Dolphins are going to do, because Brian Flores is smart, they're going to sit the quarterback the whole year, let Fitzpatrick play out his final season of his contract. He'll go out and we'll have a hopefully rising star on our hands.
I agree with that. I've heard that they are going to take, if they take Tua or Herbert, they will let him, Tua especially with the hip and ankle injuries, they will let him sit, have Fitzpatrick play, teach him up, and then only play him if it's necessary. I like that strategy because, being honest, I don't see us competing for a playoff in the next 2-3 years.
Yeah. Because
we're full rebuild right now. So I like that. I like developing a younger quarterback with probably one of the best veteran quarterbacks right now in the league, knowledge-wise. I like it, and I would also like them. I would be happy if they brought back Fitzpatrick for another year or two after his contract expired.
He's got that beard. It's infectious. How can you not like that?
Fitzmagic.
It's magic.